Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Was going to talk about Micah and the Cowboys, but and I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So Micah has responded to Jerry Jones basically saying, even if you sign the player, you may not have him because Micah missed 6 games last year. Mind you, he only missed 4 games last year. And seemingly Jerry Jones is taking shots at his star player and then also decided to take some shots at Dak while he was at it, even though Dak is not in any contract negotiation. It just shows how Jerry likes to operate. But Micah basically came back and and said, if they don't want me here, then hey, we'll get that figured out. As long as I'm under contract, I'm gonna play hard, which I think he said the right things that easily could have gone a different way. But it's just, what else can you say about Jerry Jones? This is his way of operating. It's dumb. I thought Dak was a little nuts for signing that extension because I thought he had the opportunity to get paid a whole lot of money and leave the Dallas Cowboys, because who likes to deal with this, right? And I'm pretty sure that Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb are now, today, after practice, going to get, anytime they have their media availability, they're going to get questions about this. And that's just something else that you have to deal with. And for as good as some of those Cowboys teams have had in the last 3-4 years, to have to constantly deal with distractions like this it's just distracting. And it's just something that you don't have to deal with at other franchises, sans the Bengals, because they are a mess as well. But it's, to me, just flatly, it's a joke. Like, Jerry Jones as a GM is, he's a joke. That's just the way I would put it. Because it makes zero sense when you clearly have a player that you are confident can play at a very high level. It makes no sense to wait until his contract is all the way up before you extend him. And that's what they have done. Time and time again, you have the highest paid quarterback. I don't think he has the highest paid wide receiver. I think Jamar Chase upped CeeDee Lamb's contract, and then you're going to have the highest paid defensive end, and then do what? You think you're going to be able to field a good enough team around those guys? You have Dak Prescott as the number 1 highest paid quarterback, and they just released a top 10 quarterbacks list, which, regardless of what you think about it or not, Dak Prescott wasn't on it. So you have he's paid as if he's number 1, and general rankings don't even have him in the top 10. That's a problem, a really big problem. But such is life. NFC South, this is my last division to cover. And I don't think it's going to be all that surprising. I think that Tampa Bay is going to win that division once again. I think it's one of those things where they're just settled. There's no chaos. There's no drama. It's just good players. It's a well-built team. No one's really breaking the bank as far as salaries go. And they can and have built a really good team around Baker Mayfield and with everything that they have going on there. The interesting thing, I don't recall with Chris Godwin what his rehab looks like. I know he had a pretty serious injury last year, so you wonder when he's planning on coming back. But you still have Mike Evans, who is just consistently very, very, very good. You could call Mike Evans great. I think you could. He's just done a really good job of 1,000 yards every year, whole bunch of catches, touchdowns, and he's just gonna be there. It's a kudos to him on that consistency. But I just think Tampa Bay is just by far a much better built team than any other teams in the NFC South. So I've got them winning the division. Once again, I believe they won it last year. Second in the division. And I went back and forth with this, and I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think it'll be close, but I think the Falcons, I think the weapons plus Michael Penix will be a little bit better than the weapons that Bryce Young has, plus, Bryce Young. Bryce played really well down the end of the stretch last year. I know early on it was rocky. His rookie season was rocky. It's been rocky, needless to say, where, it was about as clear as it gets that Carolina Panthers took the wrong guy. That was pretty darn evident, especially with C.J. Stroud lighting it up the way that he did. But Bryce had some time where he had to sit. He was the backup. And when he got his opportunity to come back in, he almost seemed like a different player. And I don't know if it was he was playing a little more free or what the case was, but he played a lot better. I'm still concerned with Xavier Legette. I don't think he's consistent enough to be a number one or a number two that you can truly lean on. And you hope with, is it not McLaren, McMillan from Arizona, the rookie wide receiver. We'll see what happens there as well. He tore it up at Arizona, but this is the NFL. This is not, you're playing much better defenders and defenses. So you just wonder what happens there. But I think with Penix, you got Drake London, Kyle Pitts for whatever he's going to give you, Bijan Robinson. I just think they've got a bit more there explosion-wise, just guys who are a little more dangerous than, the Panthers do. And I could see Atlanta doing a little better there as far as ranking in the division. So I've got the Falcons second, I've got the Panthers third, and bringing up the rear is going to be the Saints. The only way I think I end up being wrong is if Tyler Shuck is like the rookie of the year. And I just don't see that happening. I think he'll probably be a solid quarterback as a rookie, his rookie year. But I don't think he's going to be a top 15 quarterback this season. And it's just interesting. You wonder how Kamara's going to do. It's interesting because they actually have some weapons. Chris Olave is a talented player and receiver, but you just wonder, they just cannot seem to get it together. Hopefully Kellen Moore will be able to kind of upgrade whatever their talent level currently is, so they could be a little bit better. But until I see them operate at a high level, it's just hard to believe in the Saints. So I've got the Buccaneers winning the division. I've got Atlanta second. I've got the Carolina Panthers third, and I've got the Saints last. Let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and subscribe too while you're here. About 60 to 70% of people that watch my videos are not subscribers. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would help me a ton. It's probably somewhere in that corner. So thank you for watching nonetheless. I appreciate it. That's it for me. Peace.